Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandance branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from two entrances. The first is from the lower parking area and the second is at the top parking area on the same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandance office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for today, Monday, February 14th, 2022. I am Beverly Telesford. In the headlines, a 27-year-old man charged with the gruesome murder of elderly man in St. Andrew. Police investigating the death of two senior men whose bodies were found 3 days apart. 9 injured after three-way collision at Pearls on Monday involving passenger buses. And public workers await judgment on pension restoration. In the region, Jamaican opposition urges government to evacuate Jamaicans in Ukraine. Internationally, Peru's government has declared a 45-day state of emergency. Coming up in sports, the Spice Girls departed Grenada on Sunday to begin their campaign in the CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers. We'll have the details of these and more after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, this is GBN's News at 7. The communities of Pearls and Dunfermline and St. Andrew were left shell-shocked after the news rippled throughout the parish on Saturday morning of the island's first violent killing for the year. Jared Joseph has tonight's top story.
Cathy and Daniel is hoping to meet with the family of the island's first homicide victim of 2022 after her son was fingered as the killer. According to reports, Mr. Mudgett was brutally murdered and dismembered and parts of his body placed in buckets, which were later found floating in the nearby Dunfermline River. She tells GBN that 79-year-old John Mudgett and the alleged killer, Kelly Daniel, enjoyed a father-son relationship. Thus, she was left aggrieved and shocked, having received the news.
I'm really sorry again on behalf of my family to the Mr. Mudgett family. I'm deeply sorry, and my condolences to the family, from my family, and I'm hoping that I could meet his family to apologize for what happened.
The tenants of the deceased remember their landlord as peaceful and kind.
He was a loving man. He was a peaceful, kind man. He didn't make nothing disturb his peace of mind. He was a jokify man. Anything you ask him, he was already there to assist any one of his tenants, and so it was sorry to see that he had us to go that way yesterday.
I know Mr. John Mudgett being a very mild, gentle, peaceful man.
The 27-year-old alleged killer, Kelly Daniel, is also described by the tenants as friendly and helpful, fulfilling his duties as the gardener on the compound. However, they noticed behavioral changes leading up to the incident. A relative of the deceased through marriage, Anglican priest Edward Mark, reminisced on his relationship with Mr. Merchant and the last moments they spent together.
So, having officiated at his former sister-in-law's funeral on Friday, Auntie Ethel, which is my great-grand-aunt, we spoke at the church, we spoke at the cemetery, then I went home, and the first phone call I received Saturday morning was about his tragic death. So, of course, it was heart-wrenching. I had a very difficult day, however, by God's grace, I was able to pull through.
Kelly Daniel, who police say is from Paul St. Andrew, is in police custody after being charged with non-capital murder, and he is expected to make his first court appearance on Tuesday at the Granville Magistrate Court. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Investigations are underway by the Royal Grenada Police Force to ascertain the identities of two bodies discovered 3 days apart. Reports are that the body of one man was found in the waters near Hog Island last Thursday, while the body of another man was discovered in Ladigue, St. Andrew on Sunday. Police Constable Sherwin Noel of the Community Relations Department told GBN both matters are under investigation.
We also had a body that was discovered in the community of Ladigue, St. Andrew. It's a man in his 70s as well. And so we can't say for now that it's a homicide, but we are looking into it, and in situations like these, we have to do our investigation before we can rule out any foul play or anything like that. So on Thursday, the police received a report of a body of a male Caucasian floating in the sea at Hog Island. Right? They responded, and with the Coast Guard services, they were able to retrieve the body. And
the officer confirmed that the discovery of the bodies are unrelated to Grenada's first homicide for 2022, recorded on Saturday. 9 people were rushed to the hospital after a three-way collision involving an SUV and 2 commuter buses at Pearls on Monday. The accident reportedly occurred at 3 p.m. 10 people were injured and transported to the Princess Alice Hospital via ambulance and police service vehicles. The condition of those involved in the accident is unknown. However, police say none of the injuries are life-threatening. Meanwhile, police are investigating the case of a fire that destroyed a Jeep Wrangler at approximately 1 p.m. on Monday. Police say the fire department received a call, and on arrival on the scene at St. Paul's, the vehicle was engulfed in flames. The circumstances associated with the cause of the fire are under investigation. What is the likelihood of major cultural activities this year? Will there be Carnival as we know it? Trinidad, Barbados, the Bahamas, and others are revisiting regulations and hosting major cultural events. Are we set for similar changes? Is it time for a re-envisioning of what has become known as Grenadian culture? Let's have a national conversation tonight on Beyond the Headlines. This is Primetime News. Coming up, public workers await judgment on pension restoration matter. Stay with us.
We would have launched our microloans product back in 2018 when we realized that it was such a challenge for small business owners to source financing. The main objective of our microloans brand is to ensure that we help small business owners build their capacity and grow their businesses, not just in St. Lucia but across the OACS. You are able to apply for your loan online at www.readyfinancecaribbean.com. telesford.com. You can also call us at our switchboard 457-8100 and speak to one of our very qualified microfinance officer. One of the main parts and one of the main things that we're really proud of from this product is the fact that we offer training solutions and we help our customers build their capacity. And we want to stress the fact that it's not just about giving you financial assistance, but it's really about ensuring that you are able to succeed in your business.
GUT Credit Union is advising the general public that all its branches will be closed at 12 noon on Wednesday, 16th February to facilitate a general staff meeting. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause.
On Sunday, February 27th, Mega Force Promotions presents the 36th edition of Waggity Virtual Bingo. Purchase a ticket now for your chance to win US $10,000. Tickets cost only $10 US. Get yours today from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. So if you need cash now, remember, Sunday, February 27th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo and win.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Physical violence, threats, controlling behavior, and being disrespectful are no-nos in any relationship. Parenting together after a breakup can be difficult, but always speak and behave in ways you would want your children to speak and act. You cannot control what your ex-partner does, but you can control how you choose to respond to your ex and what behaviors you display to your children. Parents, display behaviors you will want your children to learn. A respectful child begins with you. Step up your parenting game. My family matters.
Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
My grandson feel he was a big man before he reached secondary school. Telling me about new gadgets to make life easy. But he busting up the food his granny cook with her 2 hands. And Kern's a good boy. I know. I raised him. I know he doesn't like seeing me work too hard. He worries. Before I had my first heart attack, he was excited to live near his university campus. So I felt guilty when he decided to live at home to take care of me. And get into class and back, he would travel, he said. But I got him a little car anyway, much safer. Graduated, recently got married, and he's doing well for himself with all his tech. He still thinks he knows more than me, but to be honest, I don't know how I would have managed without him.
Your life is your story. Let's help you write it on your terms.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to News at 7. It has now become a waiting game for public servants and the unions that represent them after the expected deadline for judgment on pension restoration has elapsed by almost 2 months. Gerard Joseph has the details.
In July 2021, lawyers representing the public sector unions on the matter of pension were not expecting a drawn-out process. However, their hopes have seemingly fallen through the cracks, as almost 2 months have passed since the anticipated end-of-year deadline for the judgment. The historic hearing on pension restoration, which will determine whether retired and current public servants who joined the public sector after 1983 are assured a pension up to retirement, was heard on July 15, 2021. James Bristol, who is one of the 3 lawyers representing the unions, indicated expectations for written judgment in short order, following an October 29th deadline for closing submissions from both parties.
I would expect it certainly before the end of the year, and I would like to think it's there before the end of November, because the judge has already our submissions, which he read because he understood the case, and he just wants us to summarize our positions really as we articulated in person today.
However, Daisy Hazard, Public Relations Officer for the Public Workers Union, tells GBN that at this point, all they can now do is wait.
Want to remind you members that the matter is before the court. It is in the hands of Justice Ralston Glasgow, and while that matter is still within the hands of the justice, all we can do is patiently await. At some point, hopefully in the not too distant future, that we are going to get a judgment. We know that our lawyers have written perhaps twice. Through the registrar, of course, to find out, what is happening, how soon we can expect a judgment. But in the meantime, we are urging our workers to be patient, to continue to watch and pray, keep that vigil, because we all know as workers and as a society, as a country, how important the matter of the pension and gratuity is.
Hazard says the outcome of the judgment is not only important to the public service, but all of Grenada, as the unions believe it will signal what social safety nets and economic situation workers can look forward to after retiring from the public service. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
From From today through March, 45 daycares on mainland Grenada and 2 in Carriacou will be visited by nutritionists of the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council to conduct its annual survey aimed at identifying possible issues in younger children.
I must say, from following up with them every month and for the past few years, we're seeing that when we tackle it early, we're seeing that when they begin preschool and so, they're usually at a weight that we want them to be at.
The Grenada Food and Nutrition Council is hoping to tackle nutrition-based problems in children through its annual daycare survey, which began on Monday. The survey assesses children in daycares between the ages 6 months and 3 years to ensure they are growing well for their age and are of normal nutritional status. Gardina Savory, community nutritionist at GFNC, says the cooperation of the daycares over the years have played a key role in the council identifying nutritional issues among younger children.
We usually get very good cooperation from the supervisors of the daycare. I don't think we had any daycare that turned us down. Of course, they're accustomed with seeing us every year. So we had very good cooperation from the daycare workers, very good cooperation from the parents.
Savory gave a walkthrough of the survey.
With this survey, we go and we normally would take the weights and the height of the children, the lengths, and that would enable us to see where they fall nutritionally, right? So we see if they're underweight, overweight, if they're at risk of being overweight or underweight, if they're severely underweight or overweight. So it gives us a good idea as to how our children, nation's children, are growing.
After the information is gathered, she explains how the results are used to address any nutrition-based issues.
So the information, we've been doing this for many, many years. So the information would usually go to some of the ministries. So we're talking about Ministry of Social Development, Ministry of Health, some even goes to Central Statistics. We also give each of the daycare their results, so how their children are doing, which they would share with the parents of the children. And for us at GFNC, the nutritionists and the nutrition officers would go and have little discussions with the daycare workers as to what the results say. So if we have children that we see are underweight there, overweight, we would go and have sessions with them as to how to feed.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Akisha John has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz Report.
In tonight's Social Buzz, we turn to GBN's To The Point program for the thoughts and opinions of viewers and listeners on a topic that fits today. In this Valentine's Day edition, the host opened the lines to the general public to discuss love in different capacities. Our host shared, quote, "It is a day that has its own established traditions. Many individuals do not buy into the true concept of what the day signifies. That love should not be a day, but in fact, a journey," unquote.
A forum then where young people should meet, boys and girls, and interact. And some person there to look at the reactions, give them, well, whatever time is suitable, and then lecture to them on the ways and habits that were exhibited at the party. Who is the father? I know why I'm laughing. Should be plain there. And as a result, father should be able to be talking to the sons. But in today's world, do we really have fathers?
Kipling Francis, love is based on 3 principles: understanding, obedience, and forgiveness. Without those 3, it is not love. Kipling Francis, marriage are plagued when it was born out of what someone thought was love, not knowing that it was lust or infatuation or sympathy. Loving someone someone for what they are, not who they are. Finally, Alison Cox Asplund, the only one another person can change is his or herself. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
We take a break, but still ahead, Heritage Theatre's Fedon, a play that focuses on the life of Grenadian revolutionary Julian Fedon, classed as historic. This is News at 7. Stay with us.
What if there was a place in Grenada that was close to Grand Dance Beach, within walking distance of restaurants and attractions, and you didn't have to pay hundreds of dollars to stay there? Guess what? There is. Look us up.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform. Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
I take the vaccine and I could feel a sense of freedom. I just have to continue the right COVID protocols and I'm ready for life. You telling me you're afraid of what they're putting into you? Some of all you have metal feeling in all your mouth for over 30 years and nothing can change, or you're still ugly. You worried about a vaccine that could save your life if you catch COVID? All that food with them chemicals and hormones all you eating every day. All you know what going in all your body? And you worried about a vaccine that could protect your children and your family? All you're joking, man. The amount of vaccine we take when we were children, and look at us today, 30, 40, 50 years later. And you're telling me you don't want to take a vaccine to protect your friends, your community, and your country, and get life back to normal in this pandemic? Nah, man. All you're joking. Think about it, my fellow Grenadians, Carriacouans, and Petit Matnicans. Really think about it.
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
Physical violence, threats, controlling behavior, and being disrespectful are no-nos in any relationship. Parenting together after a breakup can be difficult, but always speak and behave in ways you would want your children to speak and act. You cannot control what your ex-partner does, but you can control how you choose to respond to your ex and what behaviors you display to your children. Parents, display behaviors you will want your children to learn. A respectful child begins with you. Step up your parenting game. My family matters.
News. If there was a product that helped with the cold, flu, bronchitis, sinusitis, laryngitis, and allergies, and still does deep cleansing for your pores to restore natural beauty, would you get it? Yes? Well, there is. The 2-in-1 facial and nasal steamer is here, and it's available locally at The Boss Collection. The 2-in-1 facial and nasal steamer provides deep cleansing while clearing nasal passages and loosening impurities. Get yours now from The Boss Collection, booth number 6 on Halifax Street, St. George's, opposite Farm and Garden Center, or in Grenville by Rachel the Nail Tech, upstairs Superstore, opposite Peter's Photo Studio. Call or WhatsApp The Boss Collection on 954-600-0200.
Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Welcome back. Noted playwright Christopher D. Riggs received a standing ovation from fans over the weekend following the staging of the play Fedon. The Heritage Theatre production, which was initially set for March 2020, debuted at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday. Delighted fans have since taken to social media commending the cast and acting, as well as the fact that an important part of Grenada's history is being told by Grenadians. One fan wrote, "It's impossible not to come away recognizing how little we know of our history and the absence of discourse and analysis of the key actors, their work, the outcomes, and the legacies." Riggs told GBN it was a joy to see a significant part of Grenada's history unfold on stage.
We just had what I would describe as an awesome experience in Grenadian theatre. Our patrons came out and our cast and crew delivered big time. We are grateful for all the positive reviews we have received, and we look forward to the continued run of the play in the coming weekend. We are very happy to bring alive a chapter in Grenada's colorful history in a manner that is entertaining and even with a touch of humor. We are also especially grateful to all our sponsors, especially our headline sponsors, Co-op Bank, National Lottery Authority, and GBN. It's an amazing experience in theatre. It's a new experience in theatre. And we are all very excited about the coming weekend. So we call out the patrons to come out and really enjoy this special experience.
The play continues for the next 3 weekends at the Grenada Trade Center, opening at 7 p.m. each night. Now, in commemoration of Commonwealth Day and the upcoming Commonwealth Games this year, the British High Commission in St. George's has launched a creative art competition for secondary schools within the state of Grenada. This competition is being supported by the Division of Youth Development and the Ministry of Education. Students between the ages of 12 and 16 are encouraged to participate with the chance of winning attractive prizes. Interested persons are encouraged to contact Deborah Kojo, Political and Projects Officer at the British High Commission, via email deborah.kojo@fco.gov.uk by Friday, 4th March. Deadline for submitting entries is Monday, March 7th. Overall competition winner, first runner-up and second runner-up will be announced on Commonwealth Day, Monday, March 14th. It's time now to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's ISA submission comes from a distressed customer who said, quote, bought some kale from a vendor located at Grenville St. Andrew and found a rusty piece of wire pushed through the leaf, unquote. That's dangerous, right? Now, in some cases, when metal has been digested, the object may get stuck or cause injuries on its way through the body. But in many cases, the digestive tract will process the swallowed object and the object will exit the body naturally. According to a gardening mentor, metal rust is not bad for plants as long as the rust does not come from a metal that has toxic materials on it, such as oil, paint, or dissolving agents. Rust could even be good for the plants as it will provide iron for the plants through the soil. Nevertheless, our ISA reporter urges consumers to properly examine their produce before purchasing and or consuming. We thank our ISA reporter for this submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. The weather and sports are up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Do you have muscular pain that no one can find a solution for? Are you tired of taking meds for joints and other pains? Hills and Valley Medicare Center on Grenville Street, St. George is here to help you heal. We will help you map a path to your full recovery. Visit us Monday to Saturday for a consultation with our on-site doctor, physiotherapist, and massage team. You will be glad you did. Our Medicare Center, a proud member of the Hills and Valley group of companies. On the hilltop or in the valley, we are with you wherever life takes you. Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Your health is our business.
GUT Credit Union is advising the general public that all its branches will be closed at 12 noon on Wednesday, 16th February to facilitate a general staff meeting. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679. or 406-1500, or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center, a natural health store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
On Sunday, February 27th, Mega Force Promotions present the 36th edition of Waggy Team Virtual Bingo. Purchase a ticket now for your chance to win US $10,000. Tickets cost only $10 US. Get yours today from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofat.com. So, if you need cash now, remember, Sunday, February 27th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggy Team Virtual Bingo and win.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50-plus car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair with a few light showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 22 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to east northeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 5 to 7 feet in open water. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides low at 9:45 p.m. and high at 1:46 p.m. on Tuesday. Sunrise tomorrow, 6:30. Weather for Tuesday, February 15th, generally fair and hazy. Weather for Wednesday, February 16th, partly cloudy with light early morning showers becoming fair by midday. And weather for Thursday, February 17th, mostly fair. Stay with us for your sports news. Good evening, sporting fans. The senior women's national football team has a major job ahead of them as they journey to the Dominican Republic for the CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers. After weeks of training, the team left on Sunday, and head coach Jake Rennie says they were very pleased with the improvement and self-confidence gained.
Right now, they are actually holding the ball, playing the ball. They're actually playing football. Even the technique had improved. The tactics also had improved. You could actually see from the game yesterday against the U17, you can actually see that they're trying to play. They was thinking tactically. There was patience. The knowledge, you can see that the knowledge of the game is getting better, and that is our aim, is to help improve this group of ladies and turn them into better footballers. So
the CONCACAF qualifiers against the Dominican Republic is scheduled for Wednesday, and Coach Rennie was keen on the match despite the challenges.
On the 16th, and to be honest, we are going there to compete. We are Grenadian. We are very resilient to condition. Despite of the late start, they're not fully there, but we are going there to compete. We're not going there and just let down our guards and let Dominican Republic do what they want. We are going to compete. We are confident. We think we can win that game as well. So we are going there to do our best.
Grenada will then host Jamaica on Sunday at 5 p.m. at the Kiwani James Athletic Stadium. The Grenada Netball Association has withdrawn itself from defending the second OECS ECCB International Netball Series, which shoots off in Dominica on Friday. In a post on their Facebook page earlier this month, the GNA said the executive gave full consideration to participation in the tournament and a budget of over $90,000 was prepared. The post said they also gave consideration to the COVID-19 pandemic, the severe financial constraints of the association, the inability to identify a coach, and the lack of adequate fitness and performance levels required for participation. Tournament organizers mandated that all players and officials be fully vaccinated to participate, or any country with unvaccinated players or officials will have to meet the full cost of quarantine and comply with the prescribed protocols and additional costs. The Netball Association says after several discussions, the executive decided that Grenada was not able to adequately prepare a team with the requisite fitness and performance levels to successfully defend the regional title, and therefore pulled out of the tournament. President of the Caribbean Netball Association, Rafina Paul, noted that there are other countries who are facing similar financial challenges.
We need to play. We have not played for 2 years, and netball needs to go on. It's been a challenge, but we figured we needed to see how best we can maneuver with COVID to play netball, competitive netball that will help us to project the talent of our young people, because netballers have been first, and you could see the enthusiasm of those on the court. I mean, they want to play. And let me just say now that I really would like to extend appreciation to the CB and to Governor Tuan for trusting us with that risky undertaking.
Paul, prior to the tournament, highlighted the tournament's importance.
We tried, but it was a difficulty for them. Maybe where they are geographically, the route they have to take may be a challenge, so I'm not sure. Because in the case of St. Vincent, they too have travel challenges. They have to go up and come back down, on Niat. So we need to roll in the punches and see how best we can play.
5 ECCB member countries are competing for the Gloria Championship Trophy. This year's series feature a visiting team from Barbados, which will not compete for the championship trophy, but will play the teams for ranking. The final day of the first round of the West Indies Championship was filled with highlights and drama, as all 3 matches went down to the wire. On Saturday, Barbados Pride secured victory by 4 wickets over Leeward Islands. Guyana Harpy Eagles had a nail-biting 1-wicket win over Windward Island Volcanoes, while Trinidad and Tobago Red Force squeezed out victory over Jamaica Scorpions by 3 wickets. Guyana Harpy Eagles held their nerve to seal a win over Windward Island Volcanoes in a dramatic end, chasing a victory target of 203. Harpy Eagles appeared well placed to complete a dominant win when they reached 89 without loss. However, in a sudden turn of events, off-spinner Kenneth Demba and left-arm spinner Larry Edward knifed through the innings to reduce Harpy Eagles to 140 for 6 before they limped to the total. And that's your look at sports. The program on the Globe is next. is your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I'm your presenter, Beverly Telesford. We begin in Jamaica, where the opposition is urging the government to urgently evacuate Jamaicans, including students, in Ukraine, now the center of geopolitical tension with Russia. Details in this TVJ report.
The world has been closely monitoring the possibility of a Russian invasion of Ukraine, with several countries urging their nationals to leave the European country. Jamaicans in Ukraine are also concerned about the situation. It's why the parliamentary opposition is calling for the Foreign Affairs Ministry to intervene. In a statement on Friday, opposition spokesperson on Foreign Affairs, Lisa Hanna, said, "We urge the government of Jamaica not to wait, but to urgently activate channels for the immediate protection and evacuation of Jamaican nationals, including our students currently in Ukraine." Ms. Hanna further stated that undoubtedly, with the commencement of the war, the skies will be closed to commercial traffic. The chaos with such event will see hundreds of thousands of people internally displaced within conflict zones, potentially engulfing the entire country. The opposition also said it stands ready to provide support if called upon. However, Foreign Affairs Minister Kamina
We know that for many people, life is changing dramatically. My family is no different. My daughter is now taking her classes online from home because her school is closed. For the rest of the world, that even the most severe situation can be turned around. But the experience of cities and countries that have pushed back this virus give hope and courage to the rest of the world. During this difficult time, it's important to continue looking after your physical and mental health. This will not only help you in the long term. First, eat a healthy and nutritious diet, which helps your immune system to function properly. Second, limit your alcohol consumption and avoid sugary drinks. Third, don't smoke. Smoking can increase your risk of developing severe disease if you become infected with COVID-19. Fourth, exercise. WHO recommends 30 minutes of physical activity a day for adults and 1 hour a day for children. If your local or national guidelines allow it, go outside for a walk, a run or a ride, and keep a safe distance from others. If you can't leave the house, find an exercise video online, dance to music, do some yoga, or walk up and down the stairs. If you're working at home, make sure you don't sit in the same position for long periods. Get up and take a 3 minutes break every 30 minutes. Fifth, look after your mental health. It's normal to feel stressed, confused, and scared during a crisis. Talking to people you know and trust can help. Supporting other people in your community can help you as much as it does them. Check on neighbors, family, and friends. Compassion is a medicine. Listen to music, read a book, or play a game. And try not to read or watch too much news if it makes you anxious. Get your information from reliable sources once or twice a day. COVID-19 is taking so much from us, but it's also giving us something special, the opportunity to come together as one humanity, to work together, to learn together, to grow together. I thank you.
This This is your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I'm your presenter, Beverly Telesford. We begin in Jamaica, where the opposition is urging the government to urgently evacuate Jamaicans, including students, in Ukraine, now the center of geopolitical tension with Russia. Details in this TVJ report.
The world has been closely monitoring the possibility of a Russian invasion of Ukraine, with several countries urging their nationals to leave the European country. Jamaicans in Ukraine are also concerned about the situation. It's why the parliamentary opposition is calling for the Foreign Affairs Ministry to intervene. In a statement on Friday, opposition spokesperson on Foreign Affairs Lisa Hanna said, "We urge the government of Jamaica not to wait, but to urgently activate channels for the immediate protection and evacuation of Jamaican nationals, including our students currently in Ukraine." Ms. Hanna further stated that undoubtedly, with the commencement of the war, the skies will be closed to commercial traffic. The chaos with such event will see hundreds of thousands of people internally displaced within conflict zones, potentially engulfing the entire country. The opposition also said it stands ready to provide support if called upon. However, Foreign Affairs Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith said the government has been proactive in its response to the Ukraine-Russia situation.
We have about 42 students that are there, all of them privately registered, privately pursuing studies, and all of them were not known to us before this incident, or rather before tension started to arise. And in fact, it was the embassy who reached out to sort of say, is everything okay at your schools? Please let us know.
Mrs. Johnson-Smith said the primary concern of students is to get visas should they be required to leave the country. She added that alternative arrangements have been made to get the Jamaicans out of Ukraine if the need arises.
Russia is estimated to now have more than 130,000 troops near Ukraine's border. ABC News has the details on this development.
A critical week in the Ukraine crisis amid growing fears Russia could invade in days. The White House continuing to ring the alarm. The US repeating that its intelligence shows Russia could be planning a fake attack on forces loyal to the Kremlin that would then be used as a reason to invade.
Putin is a master of disinformation. The Russians always create a false pretext for invasion, and so the US is worried that they'll do the same here in Ukraine.
Throughout this crisis, there's only ever been one person who really knows if there'll be an invasion: Russian President Vladimir Putin.
It will start with massive cyber attacks. These cyber attacks will do things like shut down communication, shut down critical infrastructure like water and power to try and create chaos.
Later today, more US forces expected to deploy from Fort Bragg into Eastern Europe to support NATO allies, though they won't be going to Ukraine. Russia's latest movement, a Kilo-class submarine sailing to the Black Sea, where more than 30 Russian ships have been taking part in naval drills. And just across Ukraine's borders, more than 130,000 Russian troops amassing on three sides of Ukraine. Russia vehemently denying any intention of invading, accusing the US and others of being hysterical with their warnings. Over the weekend, President Biden speaking with Vladimir Putin without any sign of progress, following the call US officials saying time may be running out for diplomacy. The US has told all American citizens to leave Ukraine immediately as it draws down embassy staff, other nations following suit, with more than 24 countries telling their people to get out now.
Peru's government has declared a 45-day state of emergency as many Peruvians consider insecurity the most pressing issue in the country. Let's get more in this Al Jazeera report.
They say it will be a street-by-street cleanup strategy, police fighting a crime wave in Lima, a city of nearly 10 million people. On Friday night, they closed several blocks of a street lined with bars in one of the city's most dangerous districts as part of the state of emergency. Dozens of armed robberies recorded by security cameras in recent months have many Peruvians, particularly women, living in fear. Margarita Moya says she's been forced to adapt.
I don't go out on the street after 5 p.m. I've been assaulted many times. They take your wallet and phone, and now if I have to go out, I don't have anything in my purse.
The most common attacks, young men targeting backpacks and purses, or men on motorcycles stealing cell phones from their victims. Peru's telecommunications regulator says an average of 4,000 cell phones are stolen every day around the country. The The National Institute of Statistics says more than a quarter of Lima's population have been crime victims. More than 80% of the people who live in the state of emergency zone say they are dissatisfied with police security. But for the police, it is difficult. For instance, in this area where more than 800,000 people live, there's only 10 police cars to patrol the streets. Now the government has ordered the army to join the patrols, and with a clenched fist, says Defense Minister José Luis Gavidia.
We'll use the full force of the law. Our soldiers know what they need to do. We're armed forces and we go out with guns. Authority is respected and that principle must be recovered.
The coronavirus pandemic has left more than 4 million Peruvians without a job, and police say most people involved in criminal activity are young, unemployed men. Mariana Sanchez, Al Jazeera, Lima, Peru.
And that's your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I was your presenter, Beverly Telesford. Recapping the headlines, 27-year-old man charged with the gruesome murder of elderly man in St. Andrew. Police investigating the death of 2 senior men whose bodies were found 3 days apart. 9 injured after 3-way collision at Pearls on Monday involving a passenger buses. And public workers await judgment on pension restoration. In the region, Jamaica opposition urged government to evacuate Jamaicans in Ukraine, while internationally, Peru's government has declared a 45-day state of emergency. In sports, the Spice Girls departed Grenada on Sunday to begin their campaign in the CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers. That's the end of the GBN Nightly News for today, Monday, February 14th, 2022. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I am Beverly Telesford. That's the news. Good night.